No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
Hi guys, wish you all a very happy new year 2024. I hope this new year is filled with a lot of happiness and all good things coming your way. I had taken a very short break, but I am back again here with a bang. Today I thought I should make a video. I should start this new year basically with letting you know something a little more about me, so you get to know me a little more. I don't know how many of you all would be really interested in it, but if you are interested, then please stick on and watch this entire video. It's not going to be too long. I'll try to go through it as fast as possible. Last year, my birthday was on the 26th of December and I turned 44. So I thought, let me jot down 44 things about me so you get to know me better. Now, without any further ado, let's begin with this video. But before that, if you haven't followed me on my Insta page, it's called Panache.makeupartist. Please follow me there. And yeah, stalk me there. There's a lot of entertaining stuff happening there too. So now, without any further ado, let's begin with this video. I want to start with a few things from my childhood till date, so you get to know me a little more closely. First of all, I've noted down everything because I did not want to miss out on anything. So first of all, I was born in Qatar. If most of you all don't know, I was born in Qatar. I was a total tomboy. I never used to wear dresses. I used to hate wearing dresses. I used to only wear pants and tops, and I had a boy cut, so I was a total tomboy. And compared to what I am now, I'm completely different. I was completely different. And yeah, I only wore pants, I only wore shorts, I only wore t-shirts, and wanted to have that sporty look all the time. Okay. And another thing about me is I stayed away from my parents. I used to stay with my uncle and aunt while my mom and dad used to work in Qatar. So I used to come and visit them every twice or thrice in a year. During Christmas vacation, our annual vacation, Diwali vacation, whenever we had a little longer vacation, I would go and visit them in Qatar. So that's how it was. Another very interesting fact about me is that when I was, I think about I was about 4 years old, and I had come down to to Qatar to visit my parents. And while my mom was working in the hospital, and she was a nurse there in Qatar. And while my dad came, dad wanted to pick her up from work, so he said, let's go together and pick mom. And I was sitting along with him in the passenger seat, and suddenly the car was not locked. Okay, and I fell off to sleep. I was leaning onto the car window, and suddenly the door opened and I fell off the car, but I was holding on to the windows. And so I was dragged along for about at least 100 meters, a lot of people honking from behind. And the funny part was my father did not even realize, that I had fallen off the car. When he heard people honking, that's when he realized. And by the time he stopped, I had injured my knees pretty bad. So that's a fact about me. Okay, another fact is I used to love cheese. Oh my God, I was chubby, super chubby baby. I used to love, I think I would finish about a full packet of cheese, Laughing Cow cheese that you used to get at that time, the cube cheese. I used to have the entire packet in a day, and I used to just, so that I don't get shouted for it, I used to throw the wrappers behind the fridge. So that's what I used to do. And okay, I went to about 3 schools. I started my schooling a little bit of, no, not 3, you could say about 4 schools. I started a little bit of kindergarten in Qatar, and then I went to Mumbai. I was in Orlim, Malad. I studied a little bit of schooling there. For 1 year in between, I came to Mangalore, and then again I went back to Bombay. I was in the outskirts of Bombay, that is called Vasai. I finished my schooling there, and then on I did my college in Mumbai. I was good academically. Yes, I was pretty good, and I was very competitive, so I always wanted to do well in my studies. So pretty focused, and I think my kids get it from me. Okay, I was not much into sports. I used to be very lazy. You could say that I did not want to run because, as I said, I was a very chubby kid. So, sports was not my interest at all. I was very, very shy, introvert. There was a huge gap between myself and my brother. My brother is 8.5 years younger to me, and ironically, now my kids also have the same age gap. My son is 8.5 years younger to my daughter. So history is repeated once again. Okay, my dad, actually, I had a little bit of a traumatic childhood. My dad was an alcoholic, so he used to, drink a lot. So we had a little bit of, not a little bit, quite a lot of, domestic abuse happening in the house. So that was one thing. We faced a lot of domestic violence with me, myself, and my mom. My brother was a little too small, so he did not really, understand what was happening. So that's a part of my life. And because of my father being an alcoholic, he had developed a lot of liver problems and all that. And I lost him at a very early age. I was just in the 10th grade, and my dad was about 42 years old. So he was very young. And we lost him a little too early because of this. Because I lost my dad too early and my brother was too small, and since a lot of responsibilities had to be taken up by somebody, and since I was the elder one, I started working at the age of say 14. I think I was in the 10th grade. While my 10th prelims was going on, that's when I started working, because I was always a responsible kid. I always wanted to, do my best to take care of the family. So I had started working early. So I started working from my 10th grade, and from then on till date I'm working. I have never ever taken a break. Okay. Another stupid fact, or whatever you want to call it, is I had a boyfriend when I was in the 7th grade. I know it's a little too early. Kids, please do not do that. But yes, but it was not really a serious one, probably just infatuation, you could call it, something like that. So it was in the 7th grade. And I got married at an early age of 22. So yes, I got married very early because I always wanted someone. There was no man in the family, so my brother was a little too small, so I always thought probably if I get married, there will be a man in the family, there will be some, there will be somebody to protect the family. That's what I thought, and probably that's the reason why I got married a little too early. Although I did not want to, I wanted to build a career and everything, but thinking of all these aspects, I jumped into it, but no regrets. Okay, I ran my first marathon when I was pregnant. I had just, I think it was on the 14th of February, 2001, when I ran my marathon. My first marathon, it was called the Dream Run. It was a Standard Chartered marathon there, happening then in Mumbai. And it was, they used to call it a Dream Run. The 7 kilometers was called the Dream Run. That was the first run I did. And the very next day I got to know that I was pregnant. So yes. Okay, I have been a banker or into finance from the last 25 years. I started my career with DHFL. It's Diwan Housing Finance Limited. And after that I joined ICICI Bank. After which I moved to Dubai. I moved to Dubai in 2007, and I worked in Dubai for 10 years. After 10 years, we came here to Mangalore. I had a very, very complicated pregnancy with my son. I had a lot of issues, but he was a fighter and so was I, so we made it. Another fact about me is, I've spoken about this a lot in my videos, that I have eczema. I don't know whether you all have noticed it here, on my hands, everywhere, not everywhere, it's basically only on my hands and on my feet. I have eczema. I have this from more than 15 years, you could say now. It started when I went to Dubai. I don't know what triggered it, whether it was a condition, the AC condition, the AC environment there, or what it was, I have no clue. but since then I have it and nothing seems to work. I have gone to all the possible doctors, but nothing seems to work. Okay, we came back to India in 2017, and that's after that I developed a few health conditions like fatty liver, cholesterol, all these type of things. I gained a lot of weight in the sense I reached my highest weight of 78 kilos, which I thought was too much because I started having knee issues and everything. And I used to have sleep issues. I was going through a lot at that time, and I also was going through depression. So I was meeting a counselor who helped me out with this. So yeah, that was, going for counseling is something which you should do. You should never shy away from. If you need help, please go and see a counselor. It will definitely help you a lot. After all this, I started making a change into my fitness. I started working out a little bit, started a little bit of running, started a little bit of home workouts, a little bit of weights, etc. at home itself. And then I completed my first ever half marathon in the year 2019. It was organized by Forum Fizza Mall here. It was then called Forum Fizza Mall here in Mangalore. It was organized by them. It was called the Purple Run. So that was my first ever half marathon. Then after that, I think probably there was like a 360-degree change in my life. I did a lot of things. I got into a lot of things. I got more confident. I just didn't shy away from anything. I thought, chalo, it's one life, let me live it to the fullest. And I participated in a few pageants. I won a pageant. I was a second runner-up in the Mrs. India 2022. I won a few titles like Fashion Diva, Fashionista, Beautiful Hair, and a few more. And I also won the second runner-up in the Moms of Mangalore, which is another pageant that happens here in Mangalore, which is very, very well known of. So I won that. Frankly speaking, I'm a person who cannot take compliments too well, and I really do not like talking about all this. But today, since it's about me, I'm going to be telling you a little more about me. That's the reason why I brought it up here today. And okay, now let's talk about some weird facts about me. The first very, very weird fact about me is that I yawn and I sneeze in a very, very different way. When I sneeze, I think the whole house shakes. It's like that. I sneeze so loudly. So everyone, even if my dog is sleeping, he'll suddenly get up with a jerk, wondering what has happened. So that's the way I sneeze. Even when I yawn, I like to yawn to the fullest. I don't like those mini yawns. I like to yawn to the fullest, open my mouth wide open and yawn and enjoy my yawn. So that is a weird, weird fact about me. Also, when I sleep, when I'm in deep sleep, my eyes are like half open. So people wonder whether I'm actually sleeping or I'm awake. My eyes are always a little bit open. My son also has got that from me. When he also sleeps, his eyes are slightly open. Sometimes it's a bit scary, but yes. Okay. And when I'm really, really sleepy, I go into a different vibe altogether. I act completely drunk because I need to sleep. So if I do not get that sleep, I act crazy. Another fact about me is my love language is cuddling. I love cuddling, especially my kids. I will be cuddling them all the time, kissing them all the time. I just love to hold and feel their skin. I don't know, it makes me feel more close to them, more connected. Now they are grown up and sometimes they don't really like it, but that's the way I am. I'm a person who loves to cuddle, loves to hug. So that's my love language. Okay. I am a fitness addict. I've already spoken about it. I work out 6 days a week, and if I do not work out, then I get very, very cranky. So I have to work out. Okay. I got drunk twice in my lifetime, and because I do not drink to get drunk. I drink only a little bit so that I feel a little tipsy and a little nice and light, but I do not drink to get drunk. But 2 instances, once in Dubai, when my brother had come down and we went partying, is when I got drunk. And once about a few years back here in Mangalore itself, while we were having a house party, I got drunk. Otherwise, that also with the family, because I'm very, very conscious, especially when I go out. I try to behave myself. I try not to get drunk. So that's another fact about me. Okay. Another thing about me is I'm very, very, very impatient. I do not like admitting it, but yes, I am. I like to do 10 things at one time, and I want to get everything done. Once I'm done with everything, then that's when I'm satisfied. So, super impatient, and I also have OCD issues. Now, I like everything to be spick and span and in its place. Even if the pillow has moved from one place to the other, it irritates me. So, I have got severe, severe OCD issues. So, yeah, my kids and my husband have to deal with it. And another thing about me is I am super jealous. I'm super jealous, especially with my kids. I do not like to share them with anybody. I just want them all to myself. They know it and they find it very annoying, but that's how I am. I'm also an overthinker. I think a lot. Now, if I'm thinking about something, I'll be like continuously thinking and overthinking about it. So that's another thing about me. I also have a great willpower. I'm very adamant. If I want to do something, I will see that I do it and I complete it. Till then, I'm not at peace. So I've got a very strong willpower. And that's all about me. I think I've completed everything. 44 points about me. I hope I have not bored you with all this. But I thought since you are my family now, you should also get to know me a little better. Probably if you also want to interact with me and want to share something, please write it down in the comment box, and I would love to hear it from you and love to get more closer to you. Also, I had announced the giveaway I think 3 weeks back. I will be announcing the winners next week. So stay tuned for that. And once again, I have a lot of people who have participated only for the giveaway, which is very, very disheartening, but I think I've got to accept it. So I will decide who is going to get who is going to be eligible for this giveaway. So please continue participating, and tomorrow, next week, the winners will be announced for sure. So thank you so much, and all the best to all of you. Thank you for listening, and thank you if you are there in this video till the end, you watched this video till the end. It really means a lot to me, and wish you all a very happy new year once again. Have a lovely day and a year ahead. Thank you so much, and like I always say, stay safe, stay strong, and stay happy. See you all very soon in the next video. Bye bye guys. Have a lovely day ahead. Love you.